The beautiful game has always claimed to be a sanctuary, a place where the noise of global politics stops at the touchline. Yet today, the hollow echo of hypocrisy is louder than the roar of any stadium crowd. Welcome back to Sportx Radar, where today we aren't just looking at scores and highlights, but at the crumbling integrity of the organizations that govern the sport we love. If FIFA and UEFA truly believe that football is for everyone, then why does the hand of justice seem to tremble based on who is holding the weapon? We are witnessing a definitive moment in sports history where the neutrality of football has been traded for selective morality. And if you find yourself questioning why some flags are banned while others fly high amidst the same smell of gunpowder, you are not alone. Before we dive into the heart of this double standard, I want to hear from you in the comments. Is football still a neutral ground, or has it become a geopolitical tool for Western interests? When the tanks rolled into Ukraine in 2022, the response from the footballing world was swift, decisive, and, at the time, widely applauded for its moral clarity. Within days, FIFA and UEFA didn't just issue statements, they issued an exile. Russian clubs were stripped from European competitions, the Russian national team was erased from World Cup qualifiers, and sponsorships worth millions were torn up overnight. The justification was clear. Russia had violated the sovereignty of another nation, causing a humanitarian crisis that made their participation in the festivals of peace impossible. It was a precedent that changed everything. For decades, we were told no politics in football, but suddenly the governing bodies found their conscience. They proved that they had the power to use football as a lever for human rights and international law. They set a gold standard for accountability, telling the world that if you wage war, you lose the right to play. But fast forward to the present, and that gold standard has turned into a glaring, undeniable display of hypocrisy regarding the ongoing conflict and humanitarian catastrophe in Gaza. The images coming out of the region are a haunting mirror of the very violations that saw Russia banished. Civilian infrastructure leveled, thousands of children lost, and a society under siege. Yet while the world watches these atrocities in real time, the boardrooms of FIFA and UEFA remain silent. Israeli clubs continue to travel for away days, the Israeli national team continues its quest for glory, and the sanctions that were so essential for Russia are nowhere to be found. How does a governing body explain this to a fan in the global south or the Middle East? How do you justify the exclusion of one aggressor while providing a VIP seat for another? This isn't just a lapse in judgment, it is a structural double standard that suggests some lives are worth more than others, and some wars are more acceptable than others. The core of the issue is that FIFA and UEFA have abandoned their role as objective guardians of the sport, and have instead become mirrors of Western foreign policy. When the European political climate demanded Russia's removal, the footballing bodies moved in lockstep. But when the politics become complicated or involve strategic allies, the no politics in football rule is conveniently dusted off and used as a shield to justify inaction. This selective application of rules is a cancer to the sport's credibility. It tells every player and every fan that the laws of the game only apply when it suits the narrative of the powerful. By refusing to hold Israel to the same standard they set for Russia, FIFA and UEFA are not being neutral. They are being complicit in a hierarchy of human suffering. They are telling us that the football family has a gated community, and entry depends on your passport, not your actions. So, where does Sportx Radar stand on what needs to happen next? We cannot go back to the days of ignorance is bliss. The precedent has been set. If FIFA and UEFA want to be the moral arbiters of the world, they must be consistent, or they must step down from their pedestals entirely. To restore even a shred of integrity, there must be a universal conflict framework. This means any nation involved in documented violations of international law or illegal occupations, regardless of their alliances, must face the same sporting consequences. We need a system where the red card for human rights abuses is triggered by the act, not by the actor. If Russia's actions warranted a ban, then any state committing similar acts must face the same exile. Anything less is a betrayal of the millions of fans who believe that football is the one place where everyone is supposed to be equal under the law. The silence from the top is deafening. but the voices of the fans are growing louder. We see the banners in the stands being confiscated. We see the fines being handed out to clubs whose supporters dare to show solidarity with the oppressed. It is a dark irony that a fan can be punished for a flag, while a federation can remain unpunished for a war. This is the crossroads for the beautiful game. Will it remain a tool for selective diplomacy, or will it return to being a sport for the people? It is time for FIFA and UEFA to realize that you cannot play the hero in one story and the bystander in another. True leadership isn't found in following the wind of politics. It's found in standing firm when the wind blows against you. Let's hold them accountable. Let S demand a game where the rules don't change based on the coordinates of the conflict. Thank you for watching Sportx Radar. Don't forget to like this video if you believe in a fair and consistent world of football, and subscribe as we continue to track the intersection of the pitch and the real world.